Hey guys, welcome back to an episode by BW2. Today we will be going through the storyline of Joji's second studio album, Nectar, which you guys know I was super hyped for and absolutely loved. Probably one of my favorite albums of all time, honestly. Up there in top 10 or so. But basically, we're not going to be going like super in depth with every single music video, just kind of showing some footage that you guys can kind of piece together with what I'm saying. So basically, I believe this storyline is, of course, Joji, or George Miller, was, of course, used to be the YouTuber Filthy Frank, until, because of stress brought on by YouTube, transitioned into a music career which has never really been done before, at least not as big and successfully as Joji was able to do. So yeah, so basically I believe this storyline of this album is that transition. It shows him not being really accepted on Earth, aka not really being accepted on YouTube anymore with the adpocalypse and whatnot. Of course, Filthy Frank would probably not work on YouTube nowadays with how it's run, and so now he transitions and leaves society that just did not accept him. He was just non-stop failing and whatnot, and he kind of just goes into something new, which in the storyline is space. He ditches everyone that he knew before and everything he just didn't need anymore, left it all behind, and flew into space at the soonest opportunity he could. As explained in the Modus song, he is reaching a greater goal as quick as he possibly can, which is also the definition of Modus. And there's also the characters of Pretty Boy and his gang, which are very dramatized beauty pretty boys, which are kind of the main villains, kind of what society tries to reach and thinks is what people want, but is really just the bad that should not be here. So yeah, Joji knows that, and he leaves that before anything can take over him, and goes and finds his own people in the form of the kind of Star Trek group that he is seen with throughout the Sanctuary music video, which he also has a friend that he ends up having to fight after he kills the main villain. The friend decides to take the mantle and becomes his new arch nemesis. So that's kind of the storyline of Sanctuary. But going on from that, we can see eventually he just kind of is stranded in space. I'm not sure exactly how, but in the little clips towards the center point of the Extravaganza, which hopefully you guys watched, it was the live ticketed event that took place on October 23rd, or my 19th birthday. But throughout there, we can see him kind of adapting to space and making some sort of food or whatever, kind of just learning how to do stuff as life goes on for him in space. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened to his little crew or whatever, but it seems at this point he is completely alone, which I believe is kind of the turning point of the story. He kind of left Earth to be on his own and take up a new greater goal, and ended up being kind of alone in a worse place than before. As you also see in the TikTok music video, he is with friends just doing whatever, having fun in a parking lot, but as the music video goes on, we see him become more alone and lose more and more friends as he goes on, which also kind of seems to be the theme for the song from Ballads 1, No Fun.
Fuck my friends, they're gone. They all left one by one. And now the summer's done. They don't need no more fun.
So yeah, I don't believe all the music videos are released. It's just I waited for a while. There hasn't been one released in over a month. I'm recording this on November 2nd. So of course, if he releases more in the future, it might prove me wrong. I might be completely incorrect. Who really knows? But as of right now, this is what I think the storyline is. So in the Your Man music video, we can see there's an alien life form completely abandoned on a planet, and I believe this is the end of the storyline actually, although it's kind of set up to seem like the beginning of whoever this is storyline, which I believe this is actually Joji, because throughout the music videos we hear the repeated robotic kind of voice saying wake up, but maybe just eventually Joji doesn't, or gets taken over by whatever this alien life form is, becoming this weird creature And basically the meteors, or whatever they are, those red things falling down out of the sky onto this planet that we see throughout the music videos, storylines, are other people coming to join him. And as Nectar, as the theme of Nectar is bees coming together to create something new, honey, nectar, you know, all that. It is maybe his crew coming back, or someone else coming there to help him create something new, since he was pretty much all alone and moved on. Now he has started his overall goal of creating something new in an elsewhere place that will now accept him. Because as we can also see throughout the Run music video, he is trying to stumble through a very long limousine while weird people are trying to grasp him and just do whatever they can to drag him down, which is probably just a whole bunch of bad parts of society trying to keep him grounded and keep him on Earth or whatever. But now he is going through, and eventually once he reaches the end of the limousine, he breaks through a white glass looking screen thing, and that is when he finally breaks through, which is also where I think the Upgrade music video takes place at the same time as Gimme Love. He is on a plane, everything seems normal, but then they give him a donut, which is nice and scrumptious and whatnot, of course. But once they kind of take off, everything goes zero gravity, all the crew starts dancing, gets weird, and then he starts floating, and then so does the donut, and it becomes an unreachable goal that he just can't get to, which I believe takes place right before he takes off in the Gimme Love music video. But then right when he takes off, that is when he believes that he is free and he is moving on, and that's when in the Upgrade music video, when he takes off is when the plane goes back to normal and he is just sitting there on a regular plane ride.
Oh, is this confetti? Nice, nice.
Ah! No, that's amazing.
Gimme love, gimme love when I'm gone. When I'm gone.
Also, a little side note is what the Nectar thing is I believe the purple thing that can't really be directly seen but is hinted at, kind of seen throughout the music videos, is what they would call the Nectar. And I saw this other video explaining the album, and he was saying that that is what causes side effects like the bleeding and the cracking and whatnot, which how Joji is seen towards the end of, or I guess throughout the Run music video, with the cracked kind of face, is kind of the side effects, maybe turning him into what he is during the Your Man music video, further explaining why I think that might actually be Joji, because of his eyes being all kind of baggy and stuff because of his seizure medication, but also with the side effects of the Nectar making his eyes look like that, and then his cracked gray skin turning him into that. So I believe that is Joji, and the Nectar is something that's sought after but has disastrous side effects. As well as purple even being kind of the main kind of hue color throughout the Daylight music video, since I do believe throughout Daylight and Run, those are dream sequences, and then when it says wake up, that is back in space in his real life. As well as you'll notice, a lot of the big parts of Ballads 1 are in tongues. A lot of it was chains. You could hear slight chain sounds throughout a couple of the tracks, as well as a lot of the visualizers also had chains, which I've noticed a couple of the visualizers for this album also have chains, which a lot of people say that the chains represent Joji being held back or dragged down, just like on the cover for In Tongues of him being dragged down in a pool or whatever by chains. So maybe they are still part of the storyline in some way. As well as the last thing I want to mention real quick here is some other people were noticing that it might have been a very important mission that he kind of ditched everyone on it to do his own thing. That was probably saving the world from an apocalypse, probably, because the Earth seems normal in most of the music videos, But then as it goes on, it does seem like the mission was to actually do something to save the world. As you can see with most of the visualizers for the album songs, for the music that doesn't, the songs that don't have music videos, you'll notice that most of them are like lava or just abandoned earth and whatever. And so the music video throughout Your Man might actually not even be another planet. As you'll notice, he goes to like a gas station and whatnot. So I was kind of thinking that that was the planet that Joji started creating, but maybe that is just Earth abandoned because the apocalypse did come, maybe caused by the Nectar, or maybe just caused by something else like these aliens. But I'm guessing that these aliens are caused by the Nectar, so I believe that Nectar may have actually brought on the end of the world that they could not prevent because Joji kind of ditched them and went to space on his own and messed up the whole mission. So yeah, so I believe most of the tracks throughout the 18 tracks of Nectar do connect to the storyline one way or another, but I think that's the overall storyline of Nectar. Basically, him leaving society that does not accept him to become something greater and new in his own image somewhere else, in another place, in another time. And yeah, so that is my overall thinking of what the story is for Nectar. So hopefully guys, hopefully I was pretty correct. I guess we'll never know unless if Joji confirms something or whatever. Yeah, there might be more music videos released in the future. There's been artists that release music videos years after an album's released, so we just never know. But as of right now, it seems like this is all we're getting. So some parts you do really have to piece together the storyline, but that is what I think so far. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys might like my explanation. If you haven't checked out the album, definitely check it out. Amazing album. Absolutely have been loving it. Listened to it so many times already. That's pretty much it. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Wake up. Wake up. How do you feel? Wake up. Please wake up. Wake up.